What's going on, my Century Unit Galaxy? It's the Century Man here. So this is my review of WrestleMania 37 Night 1. So we start with the opening match. Before that, you had fans welcoming the fans back to the arenas. First time in nearly a year since we had fans in the arenas before the start of this COVID-19 pandemic. Anyway, the first match to kick off WrestleMania 37 Night 1. We got Bobby Lashley defended the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre with MVP in Lashley's corner. I'm really shocked that the WWE Championship match kicks off night 1 of WrestleMania. I thought it's going to be the main event. Unfortunately, I was wrong. The match between Lashley and Drew, it was a decent match. I like that match at Backlash last year better. That's just me. It's just like two big dudes, punching and big power slam moves. You had, I think, like, some moments of the match, you had Drew working on the arm of Lashley. I think he locked him in like an arm bar. He locked him in the Kimura lock. One good spot you had, they were fighting on the top of the top rope. And Drew hit Lashley with a monkey flip off out of the top rope. That was sick. He just did like a monkey flip, while they're on the top turnbuckle. That was cool to see, like, two big guys. They're not like super ginormous guys. They're like, Drew is 6'5", Lashley 6'3". To see big guys performing that was good. Lashley kicked out a free Future Shocks attempt by Drew. Drew was going for like the Claymore kick. He did like a suicide, not a suicide dive, but like this pattern dive off the top rope and hit both Lashley and MVP. MVP did not got involved. That was a bit weird. I thought he would get involved to help Lashley win. In the end, Drew was going for the Claymore kick. Lashley locked Drew with the Hurt Lock, and he passed out. Lashley beat Drew clean to win this match and retain the WWE Championship. I knew Lashley's going to win. Like I said in my predictions for Night 1 of WrestleMania 37, that I don't want to see, Drew winning the title after Lashley won it. It's been a month since Lashley was the champion. Defeat The Miz for the title on Raw. I think it's the right direction. I heard it was delayed due to bad weather, and heard the rumors like the ring was so slippery, and also I think the fans were not into it a bit. But yeah, I don't really call it match of the night. It was a decent match, but like I said, I liked the match at Backlash last year much better. So moving on to the next match. This is a tag team turnover match. Winner face Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, for Night 2, the following night. And this was filler. Like I said, the competitors in this tag team turmoil match, you got Carmella, Billie Kay, I think, was it Naomi, Lana, Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose, and the Riot Squad, and also Tamina and Natalya. The first two tag teams kicked off this tag team turmoil match. We got Billie Kay and Carmella taking on Naomi and Lana. Billie Kay and Carmella eliminate both Lana and Naomi first. You had Billie and Carmella kind of like you had eliminate. I think Billie Kay pinned Lana first. It was a leveraged pin. Without the referee noticing. So Naomi and Lana were the first tag team eliminated, and then the Riot Squad eliminated Billie Kay and Carmella. I think it was a good buster and a back stump combo to eliminate them. Then they got a cheat shot first. I'm not a big fan of Billie Kay. I think her voice is so annoying. I'm not digging her because she's from Australia. No, I'm not. She's just so annoying. I don't know, I'm just waiting for getting her release. She ain't that great. I think she's just too annoying. She's just too green as grass. As Carmella, she's starting to improve, but I don't know. At least she got away from that Reginald shit, that person. It's just like, meh. Anyway, Riot Squad also eliminated Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. I said head cheese booking. This is kind of like head cheese booking, like random tag team pairing, like Billy Kane, Carmella, Tamina, Natalia, Lana, and Naomi, instead of Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. The reason why, because both Mandy and Dana, they're kind of like the former bodybuilders. They both got blonde hair. They both got blue eyes. They compete in bodybuilding. Fitness bikini competitors. You get my drift. So yeah, I think Liv Morgan pins Dana Brooke. No, is it Dana Brooke? I think it was Mandy Rose. No, Dana Brooke with a inside cradle. I call it a small package to, and the final two competitors in this match were Natalia and Tamina versus Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan. And yeah, Natalia and Tamina won this match. You had Tamina. Yeah, Natalia was going for the sharpshooter attempt, but she tagged in Tamina. Tamina hit the Superfly Splash to win this match. And yeah, Natalia and Tamina will face Nia and Shayna at night 2 for the women's tag team titles. I'd rather go with the Riot Squad. It makes sense because, yeah, the tag team title division in WWE's main roster, I don't like that, man. What if it, like, TNA's knockout tag team division, like, it never caught fire, It's just, it worked in the 80s, but back right now, it just doesn't work. That's just me. So, it's just meh. Just meh. So, the next match, before I get to the problems I said in my predictions, not problems, but I got my facts wrong in my predictions for night 1. I'll get to it a little bit shortly after reviewing the next match. The next match, we got Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. This was a good match. Cesaro, they did like this video package of Cesaro won a match or never had a singles match at WrestleMania since he debuted in the company nearly a decade ago. He never became Universal Champion. It was getting like Rollins some heat. He also had this political poster on his tights. I think they're going in that direction. Like he's gonna do like a political gimmick. He was the Monday Night Messiah last year. And this year he's kind of like going in that political thing. I kind of like the character of Seth Rollins. They're giving him some character development. He was got a lot of shit for his nickname, the Architect. That was just a dumb name. Maybe he is the Architect forming the Shield, but just like people say it's a character. No, I don't say it's a character. It's just like just a nickname. Anyway, So yeah, it was a good match. Rollins, his high agility. I feel like one more match, Cesaro was going to be doing the neutralizer attempt, but Rollins countered it. I think he countered into a pedigree attempt. Cesaro did hit the Cesaro swing not once but twice, and one time he tried to make Rollins tap out with a sharpshooter. I don't know. His sharpshooter looks shit, man. Because he never trained in the Hart family dungeon. I don't know why he does that, because he teamed up with Tyson Kidd. I think Rollins hit like the corkscrew. He does like that. He does the high agility moves for Rollins. I see a lot of Seth Rollins match. In the end, Cesaro. Almost sorry, I'm stumbling. Cesaro hit like this UFO. He kind of picked Rollins on his back, spinning around up the swing. It was a different type of swing. It's kind of like I thought it was a helicopter spin, but instead I think the announcers call it the UFO spin. He hit Rollins with the UFO spin, hit the neutralizer, and won. I go with Rollins getting the victory. I thought this is gonna be Cesaro's last, but I think they're gonna give Cesaro maybe some kind of a push, but I'm not getting my hopes up, so it's a good victory for Cesaro. I think this is Cesaro's first WrestleMania win since winning the first Andre the Giant Battle Royal way back in WrestleMania 30, way back in 2014. Besides that, I think he lost matches at WrestleMania and also never showed up at WrestleMania, maybe due to injury or not being booked. It's good to see Cesaro winning a match at WrestleMania, So it don't really hurt Cesaro. It didn't hurt Rollins in the long run. I can see Rollins getting his win back. Probably at the next pay-per-view. Before I move on to the next match, I need to address something. When I predict WrestleMania 37 Night 1, I got my facts wrong First off, I named the stadium for this year's WrestleMania wrong. I said the James Raymond Stadium. Actually, it's called the Raymond James Stadium. I kind of mixed up the name of the stadium. The stadium's host is home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the American football team in Florida. Yeah, I got that wrong. And also, I said for WrestleMania 38, it's going to be hosted in California. Unfortunately, I got my facts also wrong. Next year's WrestleMania will be in Arlington, Texas. First time WrestleMania will be in Texas since Mania 32, way back in 2016. The package for hosting for next year's WrestleMania was good. Austin was there, narrating the voice, and showed up in the flesh. But it's good to see Austin in that video package. That's hinting to see Austin could be the host of next year's WrestleMania. I don't talk about hosts. Yeah, host for WrestleMania for the last 10 years since Mania 27, hosted by The Rock. It's a bit mixed bag. Rock hosts Mania 27, and then 3 years later it's Hulk Hogan, and then 3 years later it was the host by The New Day, in Orlando, Florida for Mania 33. For this year's WrestleMania, it's a bit shit. You got like the host for this year's WrestleMania is Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil. Hogan, no. Titus O'Neil, get the fuck out of here. So anyway, let's move on to the next match. The next match, we got the Raw Tag Team Title match. We got the New Day, representing the New Day. We got Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods taking on AJ Styles and Omos, making his in-ring performance, his debut. It was an okay match. It's a good, okay performance of Omos. He's a typical big man. I don't want to see Omos wrestling that well. I don't want to see him in future matches. He's there for his size, his in-ring performance. He's just there. He's a big giant statue. He's a typical big man. Picking shit up and putting it down. In the end, I think he did like a backbreaker attempt and a claw onto Xavier. That was okay to see. In the end, he hit like a power bomb onto, I think it was Kofi or Xavier. It's one of the New Day members, and pin one of the New Day members with his foot to win this match. And yeah, AJ and Omos are the new Raw Tag Team Champions. And make AJ a Triple Crown winner in WWE because he's been in the company for nearly 5 years. He was WWE Champion twice, United States Champion, I think it was twice as well. Sorry, I'm stumbling. And now he's just won a Tag Team Championship in WWE. Compared to, he's already a Triple Crown winner in TNA, TNA World Champion twice, multiple time X Division Champion, TNA Tag Team Champion. I think it was with Kurt Angle and also with Tyson Tonko. That was in the 2007 part of TNA, and also he was a Tag Team Champion with Kurt Angle way back in 2012. And he's also a Grand Slam champion, winning the multiple time NWA World Champion. I think it was 3 or 4 times. He also won the NWA Tag Team Championships and also the forgettable, global / TV champion championship title. It's a forgettable championship. The global championship / the TV championship and the King of the Mountain championship. That was a very forgettable championship in TNA. So. And also, plus, he won the IWGP World title in Japan, in those mid-2010s. So, yeah, he's won plenty of championships for AJ Styles in his career in TNA. And also, I think he was a cruiserweight tag team champion with, I think it was Christopher Daniels, or I think it was Elite Skipper. That was in WCW, in the dying days of WCW in those 2000-2001 period. Anyway. So, the next match, we got, Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman inside of the cage. Another okay match. It started out with Elias and Jackson Riker, being down Strowman with chairs. They came back moments later, they were about to climb the cage. Strowman kind of ran towards the cage wall, able to knock out both Elias and Riker off the cage. The ending was good. Shane was about to climb out the cage. Strowman ripped one of the cage walls open, grabbed Shane back in the ring, and they were fighting on the top of the cage. And Strowman, I'm guessing, chokeslam Shane off the cage, and it was still in the ring. Otherwise, he could end up purposely lose the match by purpose. It'll be a bit of a dumbass, but he chokeslam him into the ring, hit the running power slam to win. And Strowman needs a heel. He needs to be a heel, man. I think I missed that Braun Strowman heel run. Between 2016, 2017. He's better off as a heel more than a babyface. That's just me. And then we got the I think that was match number 5. Match number 6. We got another tag team match. This is a non-tag team title match. We got the Miz and John Morrison, or Miz and Morrison. If you follow the tag team work in those mid to late 2000s, they've taken on Damian Priest, making I think it's his first match on the main roster, also making his in-ring performance debut, Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny, he had a decent performance. The whole bulk of the match, you had Miz and Morrison beating down Bad Bunny. You was kind of the workhorse. He did okay. I think he hit Morrison with the Canadian Destroyer. He hit Miz with the basically with the right hand. He broke up the pinfall attempt. Miz hit Damian Priest with the Skull Crusher finale. I'm trying to keep this match short and simple. In the end, Priest and Bad Bunny. It was an electric chair and a crossbody combo onto the Miz to win this match because Morrison was down outside the ring because he got hit by the Canadian Destroyer attempt by Bad Bunny, or the Bunny Destroyer, because I don't think he's from Canada, Bad Bunny. I think he's Puerto Rican. I think he's from America as well. I don't know. Anyway, I don't really familiar with Bad Bunny. So anyway, Priest and Bunny won this match. I said Priest and Bunny would win. I was right, because it makes no sense to have Priest losing his first pay-per-view match on the main roster, because he did okay in NXT. He was a former North American champion. I think it's the one and only time to see Bad Bunny. I think that's the rivalry between Bad Bunny versus, Miz and Morrison is officially done. I think Priest is focused on... I think Priest needs to be in that mid-card title picture, whether he's going to be in the IC title picture or the United States title picture. He'll be in the United States title picture. He's on Raw, unless he get drafted to SmackDown. Depending on what month is the draft. It'd be like being in October, because it's still on Fox. So, main event time, we got Sasha Banks defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Bianca Belair. I think this is a good... I call it match of the night to me. This is match of the night. Sorry, match of the night. Sorry, I'm kind of stumbling. So, yeah, this was a good match between Sasha and Bianca. Bianca's, big, strong. Sasha's focused on the agility. One good spot, Sasha was going for, the suicide dive through the ropes. And basically, Bianca kind of countered it. She rolled up, still picking up Sasha, picked her up, and threw her back in the ring. She's a big, strong motherfucker. Her body's a bit bang average, compared to Jade Cargill in AEW. She has a better physique than Bianca Belair. That's just me. Every time Bianca trying to do some flippy moves, she's not there for her size. She does the athletic moves as well. Every time she does the athletic moves, Sasha can counter it. You can tell Sasha was kind of leaning heel every time. I think it was a near fall attempt. She got pissed off. She kind of locked Bianca with this bank statement while she kind of wrapped Bianca's hair in her leg. That was a good move, and locked in the bank statement. Bianca managed to reach the ropes. Like I said, trying to keep this match short and simple. Bianca hit Sasha with the 450 splash, but Bianca kicked out. In the end, Bianca hit the KOD to win this match and become the new SmackDown Women's Champion. First time she won the title. It's is it 2 years she been on the main roster, or 1 year? It's been I lost count. I've been it's good to see Bianca Belair winning the SmackDown Women's title. I think this is the first time two African Americans main event WrestleMania, because Sasha's black, also Bianca's also black. It's breaking the racist boundaries, the barrier of race. It's good to see both black athletes main event WrestleMania, because most of the time it's been dominated by white and Hispanic. Not No, there was so far we never saw a Hispanic wrestler wrestled a main event on WrestleMania. It's supposed to be white guys. Oh, yeah, The Rock. I forgot The Rock. He's also half black, but he's actually Samoan. Yeah, it's supposed to be whites and Samoans, but seeing like two black athletes main event WrestleMania, close out WrestleMania, it's good. It's good. It's sweet. As for Sasha Banks, I think she needs to be a heel. She's better as a heel more than a babyface. I can see a rematch probably on a SmackDown, probably at the next pay-per-view. The next pay-per-view will be at Money in the Bank, so you have to wait like a whole month until the rematch at Money in the Bank. You have to wait and find out. So anyway, so my final rating for night 1 of WrestleMania 37. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Overall, I think it was a decent show for night 1. Like, the only thing in the bad has to be the tag team turnover match for the women. It was just, like, mediocre. Besides that, nothing in the okay. I think the only matches in the okay has to be the Raw tag team title match and also Shane versus Braun in the cage. Besides that, the tag team match between Bunny and Damian Priest versus Miz and Morrison. The opener. It's really shocking how the WWE title, the championship match was the opener instead of the main event. Sorry, I can't stumble. Kicked off night 1 of WrestleMania. It's still good between Lashley versus Drew. Like I said, I like that Backlash match more. And also the main event between Sasha and Bianca, that was good. And also Rollins and Cesaro, that was fun as well. So yeah, it was really a decent show for night 1 for WrestleMania 37. So hope you enjoyed my review of night 1 of WrestleMania 37. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. What's your thoughts? Smash the like button, click the bell, and subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. And we'll see you tomorrow for my review of night 2 of WrestleMania 37. This is the Central Man officially signing out. Check you later.